everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Snack and Chat. I'm Erin, your dish diva, and joining me today is one of the BWHI coaches, Nikisha Glover. Welcome, Nikisha.
Hey, Erin. Glad to be here.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you here. I think this is the first time you've done a Snack and Chat with me, huh?
It's my first time.
Hey, well, welcome, newbie. So today you picked the topic of Greek yogurt.
I did.
And I know you've got some stuff kind of simmering in the background. So I'm going to share with you what I brought. You can probably see back here. So here in Hawaii, it's 10 o'clock, 10:30. So it is breakfast time for me. So I have a nice little bowl of oatmeal. So I usually go for steel cut oats, but everybody in the household right now wanted the rolled oats. I like the steel cut oats because they're a little heartier, a little bit more of a chew to it. But this is rolled oats, and I have some crushed, sliced, slivered, whatever they are, pecans. Have some fresh blueberries and some fresh strawberries in there as well. So where is the Greek yogurt? It's in there. Yeah. So what I do, because I don't know about you, but sometimes when I eat oatmeal, and I could eat it every day for breakfast. When I eat oatmeal, I mean, there are times when like an hour or two later, I'm starving. My stomach is like empty because it's a carb, and your body processes the carbs a lot faster than it does fat and protein. So I've known people who put like protein powder in their oatmeal, but that just never appealed to me. So I heard about putting a little bit of Greek yogurt in there because the Greek yogurt has a higher protein content than regular yogurt. So I put that in there and I noticed that it helps sustain me for a little bit longer. So I just kind of add that in there, and it adds just another layer of flavor too, because it's a little tangy, got a little tang to it. So yeah, and the strawberries and blueberries can have a little tang to them as well when they're not fully sweet. So it's a good balance of flavor. So that is my share for today.
I love that. As somebody who has not figured out how to enjoy oatmeal properly, because give me an oatmeal raisin cookie, give me an oatmeal pie, like all the terrible stuff, right? But like
Right.
eating just oatmeal, and I know it's one of the healthier things that we can snack on or choose to start our day. I just can't figure out the right consistency for enjoying oatmeal. But like you just clicked in something with me by saying, put it in the Greek yogurt because I already like the Greek yogurt. I'm doing that. I'm taking that on. I'm gonna come back and tell you how I enjoyed it. But I have a feeling that I'm gonna enjoy that.
Yeah, and I do the plain Greek yogurt. This one in particular is non-fat. These were on sale. That's kind of how I choose my yogurt too. These
Same.
were on sale. There were like 8 of them for $10. So I was like, okay,
Did you
that's
shop at Harris Teeter?
Did I what?
Did you shop at Harris Teeter? Because that's where mine was. Mine was 8 for 10 too.
It was at Safeway. But yes, so that's usually how I choose the brand. And for some reason, Safeway always has the Chobani one on sale, and I like their yogurt. So I usually get like some that have a little bit of the fruit in it, and then some plain, so that I can kind of mix it up and appease everybody else in the house who doesn't want the plain yogurt. Yeah, I love it. I love it in this. So you'll have to try it out and let me know what you think.
I will. Okay, so I guess it's my turn to talk about how I use Greek yogurt now, right? Okay, so here's my Greek yogurt that I use, but like you said, we pick them out by what's on sale. Fage, I believe is the pronunciation, and I chose the one that's okay. Love you. I chose the one that is 0%. I'm someone like when I was raised up on milk and stuff, I was raised up on 2%. So I was never a whole milk girl. And then now I've gotten older, like, and we read labels and stuff. It's like, okay, I don't think I need that 2%. So I'm going with the 0% from mine. But like you, I like Chobani too. Store brand is fine. Like whatever's on sale. We're not breaking the bank using Greek yogurt. We're just not. How I got to learn more because I was already enjoying the more flavor forward Greek yogurt, so whatnot. And I had a personal trainer, and anytime you get a personal trainer, coach or whatnot, they may at some point ask you, and we even do it in our lifestyle, change your life program. We're asking you to track your food and everything. And so my trainer, he asked me to track my food, and he saw that I was doing deviled eggs. And I'm thinking like, oh, that's great nutrition, because it's protein packed or whatnot. And when he got to ask me what all I put in my deviled eggs, the way that we prepare them, the way that I've grown up, a little mustard, a little sweet cubes, maybe some mayo. I'm someone, I don't really like mayo, but like there are some things that I will eat because and they got the mayo in it, so I'll go ahead and eat it. So deviled eggs is one of the things. Chicken salad is another. Potato salad, and that's probably about my limit on mayo. Yeah. Don't put mayo on a sandwich, I don't want it. But that being said, when he suggested, and I think, oh, matter of fact, I know what I had done. I had already swapped out the mayo for sour cream. In the way that I was preparing my deviled eggs. And then when he looked at it, he was like, oh, you could trade that out for Greek yogurt. And I did it, and I liked it. And ever since then, I've been swapping out anything that will require the mayo or the sour cream. I switch it out for Greek yogurt. So give me a baked potato, boom, Greek yogurt, right? You just suggested the oatmeal. I'm doing that because I haven't figured out how do I enjoy oatmeal, because I cannot get over this consistency. I think I'm gonna enjoy it your way too. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I do. I got my eggs boiling right now, so hopefully I'll be able to, before we end, be able to make mine up and kind of snack on them. But here are the eggs, just regular eggs, whatever kind of eggs y'all like, do that. And you can either do the mustard, and for like a little added kick inside of your deviled eggs, you could do mustard seed. I've done that before too.
That's really, I never even thought about that, but yeah, that's perfect.
And then when it comes to the sweet cube, because now again I'm looking at the labels for everything, it's not the worst, right? But it does have a little sugar in it. It has for every tablespoon, it has 5 carbs and four total sugars, including 4 grams of added sugar. But again, because of how many, like I don't put like a whole jar into my mixture. It's really literally like a little dab for the whole mixture that I'm doing. And I'm making up several deviled eggs when I do it at a time. So you're not gonna break your nutritional break using the sweet cubes, but you can swap that out for just pickles or Trader Joe's. I think I brought it. Yes, I did. And I might try it this way too with us. Trader Joe's has a pickle seasoning.
Oh, then you just get the pickles without having the pickles.
So I think I'm gonna try mine up with a little bit of this today.
Okay. Oh, I miss Trader Joe's. I love Trader Joe's. They always have some really good seasonings and stuff there.
They do. Okay. And don't forget their counterpart, Aldi's. I don't know why it took me so long to go into Aldi's. But when I found my way into Aldi's, you can't keep me out of that. I go to Aldi's for all my produce. They for the freshness and quality and the price, there's no other grocery store that compares in my radius of where I live. I have a Harris Teeter, I have a Publix. We know Publix be breaking the bank a little bit. I got an Earth Fare. I got kind of all of these, access to pretty easy driving, and some are walking distance. Food Lion, I got easy access, but for the quality and the cost, Aldi's, I'm telling you, get in there, get your produce.
Yes, I love Aldi's. I miss that one too. They don't have them here. But yeah, I mean, those are great examples of using the Greek yogurt. And I would tell you, mine is 0% fat too. I know they say, there are some benefits to have like some of the more fat in there because there are some benefits in the fat of the actual milk, but you can always add some healthy fats another way. So like I have pecans here in my oatmeal. And because if you have fat in the yogurt and then you're adding some fat and then you know what I mean, it just starts to pile up and those calories start to pile up. So I like to get the non-fat and then work on adding some fat back in there. Sometimes I'll throw in some chia seeds or some hemp seeds, or I have a granola that has, like if I'm doing it in the yogurt, I have a granola that has pumpkin seeds in it. So then those have some protein and fiber and healthy fat. So, just getting it from other areas is fine. But I will tell you that difference between the Greek yogurts and some of the other yogurts on the shelf, like especially when you're going for the ones that are already like sweetened and have the fruit and stuff in it. I was looking at one of these little things. I got one. So when I moved here to Hawaii, both grandmothers were here. My mom loves Yoplait loves Yoplait yogurt, so she was eating a lot of the peach yogurt here. And so, of course, now my son is like hooked on it. And now his other grandmother, who's still here, is hooked on it. I just happened to be reading the label on the back of that. And so I'm comparing it to the peach yogurt from the Chobani, right? And it's like the ingredients were, cultured milk, peaches, sugar. Done. There might have been like some citric acid or something in there, I looked at the Yoplait one, and it was for one, in that a serving, it was 25 grams of sugar, and versus like 9 grams or maybe less than that, maybe like 8 or 7 grams in the small little container. And the ingredients were, it was like cultured milk, food coloring, artificial peach flavor, sugar, and sugar was very high on the list. So I was like, okay, this has got to go. To a certain extent, you gotta let the grandparents, spoil them a little bit. But I was like, okay, well, this is going to change soon. And he still likes the regular peach yogurt. He ate it last night. Like he was tearing it up, and I was like, okay, so at least he hasn't lost the total taste of the good stuff. But we're gonna slowly start weaning out the bad stuff.
Slowly and having good options.
Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible.
It's terrible. You know what we forgot to mention when we looked over our label? We talked about the sugars, but we should talk about the protein. Like while we're saying Greek yogurt, like mine has 16 grams of protein per serving. Oh, something else that I wound up doing too with my Greek yogurt for a swap, I make my own ranch. And I'll take like the ranch seasoning packet and I'll put it into the Greek yogurt. It's not the best because I want to really get good to know like what are all the seasonings in the ranch and be able to do the ranch packet and just do it from there. But it's a healthier swap than buying the bottled ranch off the because that bottle of ranch is not packing this kind of protein. So
no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And with like mine, it has 14 grams of protein. And so, you got to think about how, if you're looking for more protein, then you look at the different brands and read the labels and you just kind of figure out from there, okay, this one is going to be the way to go. I think that's a very good point. Reading those labels is key to making sure that you're getting what you think you're getting. Because sometimes you're not getting what you think you're getting.
Clearly, in that Yoplait peach, I know about that Yoplait peach. It's good, but but the Keelan Chobani is great too.
Oh my gosh, it's so good! I have one of those in there. I told you it was on sale, 8 for $10. So I have the black cherry I really like, but the key lime is good. I got a lemon. They even have like a watermelon one now.
I got the watermelon. That is so good. Have you had it yet?
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah. And they have a coffee one. Okay. I tried that one. It was I'm a coffee drinker, so I was like, okay, this is doable.
And then it's like, okay, so I could either have the cake or I could have the yogurt, like when I'm thinking about like that sweet tooth or whatnot. And so they do have like the ones that are like are more like closer to dessert, but it's still packed with the protein. So instead of maybe getting the cookie or getting the cake or the ice cream, let me reach for one of the new ones they got out is like a birthday cake, Greek yogurt, and it has like the sprinkles and whatnot. And I'm like, this was great. This was a great swap, and I did not eat the cookie or the cake. I didn't crave it again because, like, even after eating the yogurt, I didn't crave it because I got so much protein inside of that that dessert. And so, like, if we have to have the dessert, I know we're trying to make better choices, and sometimes we give in. Like, at least make it a healthier choice between the bad choices that we may make.
And that's where like those healthy swaps really come in. I mean, you know, it's not necessarily like you have to stop eating, all of a sudden just stop eating the stuff that you love, but let's look at how we can add something to it to make it just a little bit healthier. And that even goes in like Greek yogurt. You can use that in baking recipes because of the fat content. So depending on, like, if you're looking at a recipe, make sure you follow it to the T, because, you know, if you use regular yogurt, which has a lot more moisture in it, you might ruin the baked good that you're making.
Now, have you tried that yet? Because I haven't. I want to. Like, I want a really good recipe that's like, go for it with this Greek yogurt. I haven't tried it yet.
I haven't tried it so much with the Greek yogurt. I've tried it with some of the other things. I've tried it with avocado. Like, I made a chocolate cake with avocado instead of butter. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
It wasn't bad. You know, I mean, I might have to play with it a little bit more, but it wasn't terrible. I was like, okay. But, you know, it's just that, you know, now you're adding avocado, you're getting that fiber, you know, the potassium that comes with it and all those other like minerals and nutrients that come with that. And then you're getting rid of like the saturated fat that comes with the butter, you know? And so those small little things, and with any of those swaps, you definitely have to play with them a little bit. Now, you know, if you have a recipe that somebody's like, okay, this is it, you got to try this one, you can try it. And if you need to make some adjustments next time, just make some notes on the recipe and then go back, and when you do it again, you know what to do. But I think sometimes with those swaps, you kind of have to like work with them a little bit. But I will tell you, I did this last year for a Dish Diva episode. I made these salmon burgers. And so I think something about, you know, with fish, it's like so easy to dry out, and it kind of, if you use canned salmon, it's already kind of dry. And I use fresh salmon to make sure that I could just cook it itself. You know, I could cook it and it wasn't going to get overcooked, but I added some Greek yogurt to it. And then, you know, some seasonings and all that stuff, formed them into patties. And it, oh my gosh, it was so good. Like, just the flavor profile on it, but then also just the moisture, like it just helped retain all of that. And so you're adding in that little, again, some more of that fattiness to it, depending on how much, you know, whether you have the 0 non-fat 2%, but you're also adding a little bit more protein, and it helps with that moisture content. And the thing about the Greek yogurt is that it contains that lactic acid from the breakdown of the lactose in it, and it actually helps to tenderize like meats much better than, say, like a vinegar or lemon juice. I don't know if you've ever marinated something for too long and the meat ends up mushy and kind of gross. But because of the lactic acid in Greek yogurt, if you marinate, you do make a marinade out of that. So like you were saying, put some of the ranch seasoning into the Greek yogurt, maybe add a little water to thin it out, and put that on a steak, piece of chicken. You know, it'll help tenderize that, but it won't be mushy. So you could leave it in the refrigerator for 24 hours and it's amazing. So good.
I'm adding that to the list. The possibilities of Greek yogurt. There's so many possibilities.
There's so many possibilities. And yeah, like I said, you just got to figure out what brand you like the best.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. And so, like, okay, here's where it gets tricky, right? Because you talked about like accommodating everybody's taste buds, and so like I might make deviled eggs for the family, like when we're doing our family gatherings or whatnot. And like my family like can be kind of like stuck in like the
Yep.
old way of doing things, right?
Yep.
And so I have shared like before, like I don't put it on the table without saying, hey, I made this with Greek yogurt. And then like you'll get the family members that'll kind of turn up their nose or whatnot. And I've had other family members go for it and be like, oh, this is great, no problem. So like when you do taste it, like there is going to be a difference, but
Yeah.
sometimes like you can't, like the difference can be for the better. Like that's the first thing I'll say. Like I
Right.
actually like it better than the mayonnaise. I like it better than the sour cream that I was
Yeah.
choosing to use, you know? And then not only liking it better, it's also a healthier way to consume it. So I just wanted to make note, like you might not get everybody on board for the healthy changes that you're making, but those who get it and who are willing to be adventurous and try, they'll get it, they'll try, and you'll get some rave reviews on the things that you contribute and bring to the family gathering.
Exactly. Exactly. And I like I said, you have to play with them a little bit. Don't just bring them to the family and it's like, this didn't really turn out good, because then you're just gonna ruin. Nobody's ever gonna trust you again. You don't want to do that. But it's good that you're telling them ahead of time, this is what I did. But I know some people, some of the participants I've worked with have brought stuff to family gatherings, didn't tell them anything. People just ate it and didn't even notice a thing. So I mean, it really is possible to take these things and swap them out, and it still tastes very, very similar to what the original recipe was. So yeah, don't be afraid to do that.
I'm sure you're going to figure it out with that avocado. Like I'm excited. And that kind of made me think of this recipe that I got recently. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm excited to. I was telling the person who sent me, we should plan a day and bake it together. Peanut butter cookies using chickpeas.
Yep. Yep. But that's kind of the same way as like the black bean brownies.
Oh yeah. I haven't had, well, I don't think I've had those. I could have very well had those because I went to a vegan restaurant and they have the best chocolate cake. Like the best. Like hands down, it could stand above any regular chocolate cake from our old traditions of making that. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was some black beans in that cake. It was something. It was a delicious cake.
Yeah, because you can sub out those beans for flour in a recipe, and then you kind of retain some of the moisture too in it. You know, the flour isn't drying it up as much, but yeah. Oh yeah, there's so many good swaps out there. But like I said, you could be in the kitchen forever trying to figure out to swap out. But that's good. All right, actually, let me write that down because I'm going to create a handout. It's not going to come when this posts. I'm not that quick, but I'm going to create a handout that has like some ideas for healthy swaps.
Okay.
And that way the coaches can share with participants, and it just kind of gives you an idea of like what you can swap out with what. I mean, like with Greek yogurt, if you're swapping out butter, I can't remember if you mix it with water, if it's just straight, but like with buttermilk, you can swap it out for buttermilk. But yeah, I came across something recently that had those swaps for that. So I'll create that.
That'll be a good one. That'll be a good one. Look, I know I'm supposed to be here chatting for everybody that's tuning in, but I'm getting a lot of great ideas and things that I can apply to continue to make those healthy swaps. So I really am appreciating our conversation around Greek yogurt. Who knew?
Who knew? But you mentioned like the potatoes too. If you try like sweet potatoes, and I think this works well. Like if you do the mashed sweet potatoes, add in some of that Greek yogurt, it makes it creamy. And then it has that little bit of tang, but it's balanced with that sweetness from the sweet potato. It's so good.
It is so good. It is. I haven't tried it, but I have done sweet potato swaps before as well. And this is also someone like my granny makes the best sweet potato pies on earth, right? Like people come in and request it. I never was a person that got on the sweet potato pie bandwagon or anything. I think it's the consistency of it. But like how I've gotten to like sweet potatoes and enjoy them better, I think again it's a texture thing. Like I think we've kind of talked about that even with your snack that you're eating today with the oatmeal. Like it is a texture thing that can impact the way you enjoy your healthy swaps. So doing the baked sweet potato as a swap has been good. And
Mhm.
I want to say like I did one time where like I was able to load it up like a taco, you know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And there's so many recipes that incorporate sweet potatoes like in the soups and things like that. So, you kind of get that sweet and savory flavor in there too. So that's another way to enjoy it. And the texture isn't quite as strange or you know what I mean?
So I did turn my eggs down, but I think it's probably now a good time for me to go check on the eggs. So can I go
Okay.
do that real quick? Okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
you go
that.
check on your eggs and
Okay.
and come right back.
All right. All right, I'm back. My eggs are done. I've kind of mixed up all the ingredients that I shared with you all before, that I shared with you, Erin, before. And I forgot to mention pepper. I love pepper. There's no, like, I haven't heard any bad aspects of pepper. If there are bad aspects to pepper, let me know. So I'll go crazy with the pepper. That's just a taste preference for me. And I did, as I mentioned to you all, I did add the seasoning in a pickle seasoning blend with a bite of tang of dill pickle flavor. This is a Trader Joe's seasoning. All right,
That'll be
so
your sister company, Trader Joyce.
you know what? It's coming. It's coming. Okay. So I cut up the eggs. Like I'm hoping, like Erin, you know how it goes to make deviled eggs. So I've done all that, and now what I'm gonna do is actually show you what it looks like mixed up, because that's what you showed me earlier. So I mixed it up. Let's see, where's my camera? There we go. So you can see I got a little pickle in there, a little mustard. I did the pepper, I did the seasoning in a pickle, and a little bit of the sweet cubes inside of it. And I think, yeah, that's
And
it.
then
I
of
didn't,
course the Greek yogurt.
and the Greek yogurt, yes, the most important piece. Um, because it's over here, the Greek yogurt. And I did a real good scoop of that
Okay.
inside of it. So that I can get the benefits from the protein that has. And now what I'm gonna do is just put it on my egg yolk and taste it out and try it. This is the first time that I've done it with that pickle seasoning, so I'm really
Okay.
excited.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel like Keith Lee. I tried it. I rated it. What did he say? What does he say? I tried it. I rated it, and here's my review. It's a 10. It's a 10, y'all. That's good.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to try that. And I always like deviled eggs. I mean, it always seems like a special occasion kind of thing. And I mean, I don't understand why we don't just have them, you know, as part of like our meal planning. So I'm gonna have to start doing that because I love eggs. And they're always like my go-to when I want some protein. So sometimes I'll have some hard boiled in the refrigerator. So if I need to grab one, I can like slice one up and put it on a slice of toast. Or I might fry an egg to put it on some avocado toast. But to have some deviled eggs, like I love deviled eggs.
And it's so easy because once you've made them up, like if you get that little hunger pain, you can reach for one of those. This is why I like it, because you can reach for one of those, and that kind of gets that little hunger pain to go away or whatnot until it's time for like your full meal or whatnot. So yeah, deviled eggs is my go-to. I think at some point, like I've done hard-boiled eggs, and that's probably what got me to like pivot to like, let me have deviled eggs as like a healthy snack in my home.
Yeah.
But we do deviled eggs like a lot of people do, not deviled eggs, hard boiled eggs on a regular basis. But I be trying to put a little razzle dazzle,
Right. Right. Right.
razzle dazzle on the hard boiled egg situation. And so this is a healthy swap for any other bad or I shouldn't say bad, any other less healthy snacking options that I might choose.
Got it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I can see doing that, just even having the spread and using that like just the filling and using that as a spread or a dip and kind of,
Ooh.
going somewhere with that. Sorry, my wheels are turning.
What are we dipping in it? What are we putting in the dip?
I don't know, but it's
veggies?
nice. You can do you could probably do, I don't know, you could do a celery. I'm trying to think of something that's not quite so flavorful, but like a piece of celery. That's a good question. But even you could do like some tortilla chips in there.
Mm-hmm.
You can even make it a little bit creamier and thin it out a little bit, make it a little bit creamier,
and we're gonna do that by adding more of the Greek yogurt to it, right? If we're making it creamier.
Yeah. Okay. Let me write that down too. Because I always love just kind of using the stuff in a different way.
Yep. I'm telling you that because I now I make a good deviled egg now, y'all. But I hadn't had it with that pickle seasoning. That pickle seasoning throws it up a notch. So here's what I want to do is at least read out the ingredients for you, because I know you said you don't have a Trader Joe's, but maybe you have access to some of the things that are in this ingredients list. It has sea salt, granulated onion, vinegar powder, sugar, vinegar. Oh, that was the vinegar powder. So that's vinegar.
Okay, got it.
Granulated garlic, dried dill, citric acid, a rice concentrate. That's probably, well, it could be given the flavor, but you probably can get a similar flavor profile without that.
I feel like that is in there to help absorb any like oils or moisture.
Yeah, you're right. And then the safflower oil,
okay,
and dillweed oil, and that's it. And less than 1 gram of carb. Well, one serving size is a quarter teaspoon, and less than 1 gram of carb. No fat, no calories, no. The sodium is 90 megagrams, or I said megagrams. The sodium is 90 milligrams per quarter teaspoon.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, I'm doing a dish diva coming up in June, and it's to celebrate soul food. Soul food. I said that really fast. It's to celebrate soul food, and it kind of ties into Juneteenth. And so I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna kind of play with that recipe of yours with the deviled eggs, because I'm always with the June one. I'm always looking at like cookouts, those kind of celebrations. Deviled eggs always show up. So I might, if you don't mind, I might use that, and I'll give you some credit for sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can't wait to have some fun with that. Okay. Thank you. Well, this has been a really fun snack and chat. I'm glad you joined me as the newbie. So we hope to see you again on another episode.
I'll be back. Maybe I'll come back with lentils next time.
Okay. I like lentils. All right. Well, everybody that's watching, I hope you enjoyed this and you were able to take a few nuggets of information that we shared and incorporate them into your life and your meals. But until then, we will see you again next month. And so I hope you guys have a wonderful spring and healthy eating, everybody. All right. Bye for now.